Hey everyone, how's it going? This is the Bald Metal Nerd coming at you with another video. It's maybe fairly quick. Obviously, you've read the title of this one, and basically, I'm going to be talking about why I enjoy being a open-ended hobbyist YouTuber. Right. Um, First, we're going to talk about the hobbyist part because I think that is what allows me to have the freedom to be as open-ended as I am, right? The fact that YouTube is largely, the vast majority of it is simply a hobby, right? That enables me to have a certain freedom that I wouldn't have if I considered this like my career, right? The fact that it's just a hobby means I can pretty much do whatever I want with my channel, right? For example, as you guys are well aware of, I do, political videos when it suits my fancy, right? That's definitely not the main focus of this channel, but the videos happen. And, I feel I have the freedom to do those videos because, again, this is just a hobby for me. It's not a career. If this was my actual career, I would, because this is not overall a political channel, I would probably keep my political opinions to myself, simply because I know that no matter what your opinions are on politics or any other controversial subject, probably about 50% of your audience is not going to like what you have to say, for the most part, right? Um, so, for me, if I alienate a bunch of people with these opinions, it's okay, right? Because I'm going to say what I feel regardless of what happens with my channel as far as that goes, right? It gives me the freedom to express myself in ways that I would not feel comfortable doing if this were my livelihood, as it were, right? So it definitely gives me a huge level of freedom. And it lets me also, in addition to just controversial things, it also allows me to experiment quite a bit with the videos that I make. I can do plenty of niche content, which I know is not going to get a lot of views. Like, I'm suspecting that this video probably won't get more than 100 views. I suspect this will be a pretty low number. I could be wrong, but it doesn't matter because, again, this is a hobby, right? Not every video has to be the same. I could do whatever I want, even though this one isn't controversial. It doesn't matter. I'm still enjoying making this video. The primary reason I'm making this video is just to interact with a select group of people, let's be honest, right? Who I know will probably comment on this. So, hi, Chris, in advance. Can't wait to see what you have to say on this topic, since I'd say you fall definitely into the same category that I'm in. It just offers you a freedom you wouldn't have, like, because if this were, quote, my job, I would feel the need to, what's the word I'm looking for, do videos just of like a certain type, because I'd be like, okay, my viewers like this type of video, this is what they want, and it would kind of box me in a little bit. I'd have to do kind of the same type of video each time, because if I did something that was completely different, again, there's that risk of losing your audience, right? Funny enough, the videos that I do that get the most views are product reviews, right? And I do them from time to time. In fact, my next video is going to be one, just because I like doing them. And essentially, but the difference between me and like product review channels are a lot of those channels, those people are buying the products simply to review them, or they're given, the company gives them the product, or they're paid for the product. They're not, So that's their whole reason for existing. Um, but I don't think I would only want to do product reviews and nothing else, even if that were viable for me. Because it's a lot of work doing those product reviews, right? That would almost have to be a full-time job because of the videos I do, they are definitely the most challenging. Because you have to set it up, basically document the process of using a product start to finish. Sure, some products are easier than others to review, but um, the one I have coming up, there's quite a bit of setup for the product. I had to document a lot along the way. I had to blah, 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 and then I had to present the information in some digestible way. I'd say for a lot of products, it's minimum total work to do one of those videos. Maybe 5 or 6 hours at a minimum. Sometimes it's more, depending on what the product is. If it's a crazy, complicated product, it can be a lot longer than that. So it really just depends on what the product is. But most of them take a fair amount of work. But I like doing them. Again, it's enjoyable to me. So, yeah, I don't know if I'd ever want YouTube to actually be like, my job, as it were, right? And some of the videos that I do that I know will get a lot of views really aren't that tough. Like, when I do, probably the easiest ones are when I do the album reviews of albums that have yet to be released because of popular bands, or relatively popular bands I like. For example, I just did I did a Ozzy review last month, which got more views than anything else, which I will be talking about in an upcoming video. Not just that video, but I'm going to be talking about February when I did a video every day, and I'm going to compare that data compared to January and March, the month we're in. So that video, look for that in April. Which leads me to my final point. Because this is a hobbyist channel, I can do videos, again, at my leisure, right? I can do as few or as many as I feel like doing. It's all just based on purely whenever I feel like it, and that's pretty much it. And that leads me to my final point. Now, I know a lot of you guys who are hobbyist YouTubers who are watching this, a lot of you guys are part of the VC or the music community, right? And I think that's great. I marginally consider myself part of that music community for sure, because obviously my favorite subject to talk about is music. But since I talk about a lot of other stuff on the channel, I think I fall outside of that a little bit. Now, I know some of you guys do talk about other stuff too on your channels, like you do some vlog style whatnot, but content as well. But I think I have definitely much more non-music content on my channel than a lot of you guys do. And that's because I thought this channel would ultimately be a reflection of, myself in a lot of ways, right? Like, because I have a lot of interests and a lot of things that I want to document in one way or another. And that's really all this is. That's what this is. The whole point of this channel is to document, have fun, experiment, yada yada yada. Anyway, I'm done rambling and talking about how I enjoy this stuff or why I enjoy it or whatever. So of course, as always, I'm very interested to hear what you guys think in the comments below. I love having these conversations. That's pretty much it. As always, live long and prosper. Keep on rocking.